I know how much you've struggled with who you are. So even if you don't want to talk about it now, you know you can tell me anything. No judgment, ever. I nodded, tears blurring my vision. What did she mean by that? Had she known all along? Was she hiding it like I was? I wiped my eyes quickly, afraid she'd see. How did you? I whispered. How did you know? She shrugged. There were signs, I guess. Small things. You used my makeup sometimes. You liked wearing my clothes. And you disappeared in your room for hours when Mom and Dad weren't home. We just never talked about it. We didn't know what to say, or we thought maybe it was a phase. It is still a phase, I protested, hating how loud I sounded. Mia reached out, tucking a strand of hair behind my ear. It was gentle, so very gentle. Yeah, okay, maybe it is. But you don't have to hide anymore. If you want to come downstairs, you can be Lenna. And don't worry, I won't tell anyone. I promise. As she spoke, I felt the tension draining from my shoulders. Was this my lucky break? Would I finally be able to live as Lenna without fear? In my euphoria, I didn't notice the faint smile playing on Mia's lips. She was hiding something from me. Something was off. I couldn't put my finger on it, but there was a glint in her eyes, a knowing smile playing on her lips. When she finally got up, leaving my room for the first time in months, I was blinded by hope. Yet as I descended the stairs, a strange feeling crept upon me. Like a premonition, my gut twisted in a knot. Then I saw them. My parents sitting in the living room, their faces unreadable, hope deflated faster than a punctured balloon. I stumbled, catching myself before I tripped. As I entered the living room, my heart pounded like a drum solo. They hadn't heard me come down the stairs. My dad was engrossed in the TV, and my mom was busy on the phone. This was my chance. I took a deep breath, trying to steady myself. I was Lenna now, and I was going out into the world. My dad glanced at me, his eyes crinkling at the corners, and that small smile tugged at his lips. He gave me a curt nod. My mum, still on the phone, gestured at me with a free hand, acknowledging me. Her tone was sharp, but caring nonetheless. Go get some rest, Danny. You must be tired from your trip. I wanted to tell them that I wasn't Danny, not anymore, that I was Lenna, and I was here. But the words caught in my throat. Instead, I mumbled a response. My eyes fixed on my feet. I walked past them, my legs heavy, my chest constricted. The air itself seemed to press against me, suffocating me. I couldn't breathe. Why hadn't I listened to Mia? Why hadn't I stayed in my room? Suddenly, my mom hung up the phone and called out, "Hey, Danny, come here for a second." My body froze. I didn't move. "Danny," she said again, her voice softer now. "Why aren't you in bed?" I hesitated, torn between the desire to be honest and the overwhelming fear of rejection. My heart hammered in my chest, threatening to burst out. My dad turned from the TV, his gaze piercing through me. I couldn't hold their gazes. I dropped my eyes to the floor, my hands clenched into fists. My mind screamed at me to run, to hide, but I knew it was too late. They knew. How did they know? I couldn't bring myself to look up. The silence stretched, thick and suffocating, until my mom spoke. Her voice was gentle, laced with a hint of sadness. "Daniel, honey, why are you dressed like that?" I flinched. The dam broke. Tears streamed down my face, the words tumbling out. "I'm sorry. I didn't mean to upset you. I couldn't finish the sentence. The words stuck in my throat, choking me. I could feel their eyes on me, assessing, questioning. My dad let out a long sigh, pushing himself away from the TV. He stood up and walked towards me. His face was etched with concern, his eyes filled with a strange mixture of emotions. He reached out, hesitantly cupping my cheek. His touch was tentative, uncertain. I flinched at first, then leaned into his hand. It was a silent acknowledgement, a surrender. In that moment, I didn't resist. I couldn't. All I could do was cry. I cried for the fear that had held me back for so long, for the secrecy that had eaten away at me, for the dreams I had dared to put on hold. My dad held me there, his thumb brushing away my tears. His grip tightened, and I knew he was trying to steady himself. When he finally pulled away, his face was grim, but resolute. "Come here," he said, his voice rough with emotion. He pulled me into the tightest hug I'd ever known, and for the first time, I felt truly seen. "We'll figure this out," he whispered into my hair, and I believed him.